Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Back again to give us the lay of the land and everything that's going on in downtown Mercersburg. We have Kendra Thompson, who is the director of the Tuscarora Area Chamber of Commerce. You haven't done your tree lighting just yet.
No, not yet.
What's going on?
You mean not like everybody else did, apparently?
Everybody does it early. We don't. No, we wait. It's not till Saturday, the 30th. Yeah.
Okay. And what can we expect for the tree lighting?
So the evening of, what we've got planned is, of course, I don't know if you're familiar with the square there, but we have the tree right in front of M&T Bank. It's usually a pretty big tree. It's really nice. But we kind of kick everything off with Santa and Mrs. Claus coming in on the fire truck. And then Santa lights the tree with the kids, and then we'll sit in the chair and have pictures. This year we're mixing it up just a little bit, though. We're going to have Mrs. Claus on the carriage rides with us. I do have Benchfield Farms is going to have a 2-horse carriage that sits about 10 to 12 people per ride or whatever you want to call it. And I said, could you sit on the carriage and just kind of talk to the kids about Christmas and what they want to do and what they're going to, what they ask Santa Claus for Christmas and things like that. So she's going to do that. And then I also have the actual tree lighting at 6:30, so we have a little bit of a half-hour, window in there. Then after the tree lighting itself, then we have a lot of vendors that are coming in to do, which is really sweet, a lot of free products that they're going to be doing, like gingerbread, wassail, hot cider. We'll have spiked hot cider, not spiked, I'm sorry, hot chocolate, spiked hot chocolate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's going to be really
Well, you
good.
can expect somebody to show up.
And
I know.
This is all Saturday?
It's all Saturday.
It's a big day for you guys.
It is. I mean, it's only 2 hours long. It's from 6 to 8. So we're packing a lot in for just a couple hours.
And does Mercersburg do a parade?
We don't, no.
Okay.
We have our Halloween parade every
That's
year.
a big deal.
That's a big one.
I do remember that.
But we don't do a Christmas parade now. No, but we've got all kinds of stuff lined up and hoping to have a big crowd. So.
Where'd your tree come from this year?
That is a really good question because I didn't handle the tree this year. Our mayor did.
Okay.
So he kind of took the bull by the horns on that one and got the tree.
Took the tree by the branches.
Tree by the branches and went right with it, yeah. And it's actually being put up today.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I passed the square on the way here and the lift and everything's there. It's not present yet. I assume it will be by the time I get back to the office.
Now, does Mercersburg do center of the square, right in the center?
I wish we could, but no. I mean,
Same in
16, 16's right there, and you can't close it off or do anything. I wish it was kind of like a roundabout. It used to be a long time ago.
Yeah, they only one around here. Well, Chambersburg still has theirs, and so does Greencastle. But Waynesboro and Mercersburg both have to. Well, I guess you do. I don't know, but Waynesboro puts it off in a corner of the square.
That's what we have to do. Yeah, we do.
It's nice, but it's still not the same as just seeing it sit right in the center of the town.
I know. Yeah. I really wish we could do that again, but I think the streets are just too narrow.
The carriage rides that you talked about, is that only being offered on the 30th, or are there other days they'll be doing that too?
No, it's only on the 30th.
Okay.
And it's a new vendor that we're using this year. And I mean, the tree lighting ceremony has been going on for a really long time. I'd say 20, 30 years, and don't ask me exactly when because I don't know. But there were some years they didn't do the carriage rides, and I really wanted to bring that back this year. And so I'm really excited about it because it always went over really, really well, and it's free. We're not charging to be on the carriage rides. It's something that we are putting out for the community. It's a community event that we're doing. So
I love how each of these communities, these neighboring communities, do something a little different with their ceremonies, but each one has something so magical, just a really magical touch to it. I was at the Greencastle tree lighting on Friday, and they hand out bells, and everybody sings carols, and then the tree lights, which is really nice, but the weather was terrible. It was pouring on Friday.
I thought it was raining, and it's rain or shine, of course, so you have
we're going to light it no matter what.
Yeah.
Hopefully you
They show up for that and then disperse when it's lit.
Yeah. And I mean, that's really one of the things we're trying to avoid is everyone just showing up, the tree lights, and then they go home.
Right.
We're trying to get everyone to kind of hang out a little bit. And I mean, we're going to have Christmas music and, with the different vendors there handing out different products and goodies, I figure, they might hang out for a little while.
What does Mercersburg do for New Year's?
Well, nothing actually. We were tinkering with the idea of doing some sort of a drop. And it didn't quite transpire. It was going to happen this year. Didn't quite transpire. But when I was here the last time, I think I told you guys that something was in the works for the next holiday for December 2025, and I couldn't really say what it was yet.
But you can today.
I can today.
Yay!
Okay.
Yes, I can today. So we're planning to do a Christmas festival in Mercersburg, kind of what do you call it? I can never pronounce this. Christkindlmarkt?
A Chris Kendall Market. Yep.
I did say it right? Okay, good. Something similar to that is what we're looking to do. And the Chamber's partnering up with the Lions Club in Mercersburg, and we're going to have the festival in the Lions Club. So right now we're just kind of working out the concept of it and all the schematics and all that good stuff. But ideally what I'm envisioning is, folks come in and we'll have an area where all the vendors are there with specific gift-related ideas that you can purchase. Then we'll have a kids zone where they can write letters to Santa. They can actually do a little bit of shopping with Santa's elves, if they want to buy some gifts for family or friends.
Oh, that's really cute.
Pictures with Santa as well. Candy Cane Lane, we were planning to have food vendors there along with the picnic tables. Everything's covered in case it rains, this is our concept that we've got so far. Of course, entertainment, we'll have a stage there. And then we're going to kind of mix it up a little bit with a beer garden.
Oh, nice.
So we'll have specified vendors that are serving spirits, wine, and beer. You would have to get a bracelet to be able to go into the beer garden section of it. But because we used to do a wine and beer festival and we stopped doing that, and I said, let's do a hybrid approach, but make something a little more inclusive that people could really enjoy. And I think a lot of people love going to, I do anyway.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
just assuming, Christmassy related
Absolutely.
things. And I know some of our board were like, I want to do a Christmas market, but I can't find any place close by. You have to, go a little further north up near Harrisburg, and and so I said, let's do that. So it's still in the baby stages. We don't have everything worked out, but I'm really excited that we're going to do it.
I
think
love
you're gonna do great with it.
I
I hope
love that
so.
idea too, because I think it's, for me personally, when I'm giving gifts to people, I want it to be something that's unique and different. And I love doing something that's unique to the area.
Yes.
And letting people kind of experience my town for Christmas through the coffee or the different kinds of desserts or whatever you have. So I think that those Christmas markets are really amazing and a really great way to showcase everything that you have in these wonderful small little towns around here.
This year, Katie said that she wanted to, do something different and unique for Christmas gifts to people. So she said that each of them are going to be over a $10 value this year.
Oh,
So
good.
I thought that is unique for her, yeah.
Well,
That is.
I mean, listen, the funds are
Good
tight
for
this
you.
year. I'm not going to lie. The funds are very tight.
Hey, you get what you get. You don't throw a fit, right?
No, you know what?
A lot
There
of
was okay, should we tell the
yes,
story?
yes, we shall.
Okay.
May I?
Yeah.
So Tiny is an incredible gift giver, and he doesn't hold back on if he thinks that I'm going to love this, price tag doesn't necessarily matter.
Or if you're or need.
Right.
In one case, it was need.
Yes. So one year for Christmas, Tiny went and got me a full-on sound system
Oh,
for
wow.
my entertainment unit. So sound bar, subwoofer, and it was in this enormous box, right? And it was so big that I don't even think you had it inside. I think I had to go outside and get it from the garage because it was so big.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So Tiny gets me this enormous sound system for my entertainment center. Now it's my turn to give Tiny my present. I got him 2 bottles of creamer. Was it 2?
It was 1 bottle of creamer
1 bottle of creamer.
and a 6-pack of root beer.
Cheer wine.
Cheer wine, that's right. Yes,
Cheer
it was
wine, yeah, and like a pack of gum.
Mm-hmm.
But those are his favorite things.
They are.
They are. But I wanted to die when I'm opening this. And then you also got me those earbuds, those wireless earbuds.
That was the following year.
Okay, yeah. It was really embarrassing.
Well, was the creamer flavored or just regular old?
It actually wasn't even.
Did she think it through a little bit?
So it was French vanilla, but it wasn't sugar-free.
Oh, gosh, okay.
So there was that. You can't win them all, I look at. And it was the following year, she said, Tiny, no gifts. We're not doing any gifts. And I can't do that because, again, if there's something that I see, and we were doing, at the time, we had just launched a podcast, and we were only able to do it remotely. So she was doing it from her place in Winchester. I was in Waynesboro. So she was having such a hard time finding, A, headphones that would work, but B, if she couldn't have the headphones, not getting too technical here, but you've seen certain Zoom calls, video calls, where one person is not wearing headphones, and there's constant feedback.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what was happening on her videos. So I saw this very nice set of earbuds. I thought that's perfect. I told Mary, and it was 2 for whatever price. So I said, we'll get 1 for this person. I said, and Katie, we'll give her the other pair. So I said, gee, I thought you said Katie wasn't doing gifts. She's fine. She needs these. It's great. And she was big into running at the time. So serving all a bunch of purposes, yeah?
Okay.
So she shows up that year. I hand it to her, and she felt better because it was just a smaller box.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Oh, is it Tiny? I said no gifts, you know." And she opens it up, and it's these really nice noise-canceling, earbuds, which was not meant to make her feel bad at all. It was meant to make her feel good. And she's like, "What am I supposed to do?" Like, it's to help with the podcast, Katie. Don't worry. I didn't get you anything.
No, I think I got you a book that year where it was find the
yes,
dog,
it was.
find your dog. Yeah.
A customized book. With our dog's name and where's Reese and all that. So that was very nice, yes.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least she wasn't empty-handed with everything.
And you know what?
Fair,
earmuff it for a second. I think I killed it when it was a Christmas present this year.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so you're good.
Good.
So I think I redeemed, and we'll have to give you an update on that.
I know.
after
When I
Christmas.
come back, you have to let me know what it was. I'm in suspense now.
But before we get to Christmas and you talk of your Christmas, what about Thanksgiving? How are you celebrating this year? What's Thursday look like for you?
Thursday, I'm doing nothing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So someone else is doing the cooking.
Well, no. So what actually happened was I usually do Christmas, and my sister does Thanksgiving. But my nephew, her son, it's one of those things where we get him like every other year. Like one year we get him Thanksgiving, next year we get him Christmas, et cetera, et cetera. So this year we get him for Thanksgiving. But he lives down in D.C. and he works at the hospital. So he's on shifts and he works Thanksgiving. And so she said, "Do you guys mind if we don't celebrate Thanksgiving on Thursday? Can we do it Saturday? Because he can come up then." I said, "Sure." So we're just going to chill out on Thursday and then
Watch some
actually
football and
celebrate Saturday.
You're gonna have a busy Saturday.
I know.
You're doing all that, and then all the
And then I have to leave and do the Christmas tree lighting.
Can't they come with you?
I guess they could, if they want to. I mean, they live in Waynesboro, so I would
Tell them to stick around and
I'm going
take
to invite
care
them
of
to
everything.
come.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we're eating at like noon, and I'll have to take off around 4 to get there by 5. But yeah, I would love for them to
Now,
come.
what do you make? What's your Thanksgiving dish? This is Kendra makes. We're looking so forward to it.
Oh gosh, well, she asked me to make a broccoli cheese rice casserole.
Yes.
I'm not a cook, but I'll do my best. All right. But I love to make, and I've done this only maybe a few times over the years because I'm lazy. But my grandmother used to make the oyster casserole.
Okay.
With the oyster crackers in it. And I'm not like an oyster person, but man, it is so good. The way her recipe is, it is like the best oyster casserole they've ever had. And I think the Antrim House used to have the oyster casserole there.
Yes, they did.
And I thought, oh my gosh, I was in love with it. I thought, this is just like my grandmother's. So that's kind of what I would do.
My great-grandfather always liked that from Antrim House.
Yeah.
And then somebody would have to make it for him for Christmas and Thanksgiving. They'd have to have it. And he's the only one that ate it, and he was happy as all get out.
And that's the only time I'd ever make it
Yeah.
too, is on the holiday.
This might be a stupid question, but is it called an oyster casserole because of the oyster crackers, or because there's actual oysters
There's
in
actual
it?
There's
oysters in it.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, but it's good, and they're not like big pieces of oyster, like you're gonna gag or anything. It's just like minced up.
Yeah.
kind of.
I'm kind of convinced that if you wouldn't put them in, you wouldn't notice it.
I think you would.
You really think so?
Oh yeah.
I'm not an expert enough to know about. I don't like
would.
oysters, but
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not a big oyster person either, but for some reason, this recipe is out of the park. I love it.
I feel like you might have to do a practice run
Probably.
and just let us try it out
would you
here.
eat it?
Yeah.
I don't know. If everybody was raving about it, I would get FOMO, fear of missing out. So I probably would, but I do not like oysters at all. But I like oyster crackers.
And she likes free food, so there's
And
that.
free food. Well, and the thing too is when you make it, you really do need to eat it within a day or two because then it starts to get mushy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If anything's going to make it more appetizing, that'll be the story to tell.
There
Yeah.
it is. Well, hey, Kendra, happy holidays and
Yeah,
happy
happy
Thanksgiving.
holidays
And
to you
thanks,
too. Yep.
thanks for talking to us about Mercersburg, and hope you have a lot of success on Saturday.
I do. Thank you so much. You have a good holiday too. Thank you.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.